Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Scotty Mack, and I thank you for joining us on an impromptu evening interview with the likes of Venom. This is an uncut, unscripted, totally off script interview with one of the most dynamic groups in EFED history. I'm looking forward to this one because it could be very rowdy, it could get funny, and of course, we're going to really get down in depth with three of the most dynamic superstars currently in PWR. Without any further delay, let's bring him on, ladies and gentlemen. He is the natural, but he also goes by the villain. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome first Nappy Boy. Nap, good evening, brother. Thank you for joining us. And
Yeah,
carry
yeah.
on, of course, before we get any further, I have to bring on my co host weekly for my show, PWR. That's right, Tuesday Night Tension, one of the hottest shows in EFED, of course. He is the postman because he always delivers. I'm sure he's going to deliver some treats coming up here. He is T Money. T, as always, thanks for joining us, brother.
What's going on? Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and get it cracking.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, he was the longest reigning champion in PWR history, the former powerhouse champion, better known as
Yeah.
the Big Ticket, the legend Mel Walker. What up,
That was and were and former and
I know your
it's
pronouns,
kind of
man.
stinging a little bit. Like, what the
Keyword
Was
man.
fuck? Like, that shit
Keyword
don't even sound right coming out your mouth right now. Pause.
past
we
tense.
we were win. We were win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a treat for sure because these three gentlemen all have unique personalities. They all bring that fire to the screen, but this is gonna be a little different. We're gonna let the fans, we're gonna let people see the other side of the postman, of the villain, and of course the big ticket as well. I want to start off with you, Mel, coming off a hell of a championship run.
Mhm.
We'll get to that in a little bit, but it is brief as possible because obviously we have three people to hear from. To you, what is Venom?
Brotherhood, family, honoring. If you know, you know.
Nat?
So,
I hate to be the one to be a copycat, but brotherhood. These two individuals amongst others that was part of Venom family. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with them more than 90% of my blood family. So the fact that again, like Mel said, if you know, you know, the fact how they built Venom and they allowed me in, I'm forever grateful and at their debt. And I know they don't want me to say that, but it is what it is. But family,
Postman.
brotherhood, and honoring.
Yo, motivation, dedication. I'm talking to you and my many inspirations. If I say, no, I'm playing. Family, man. It's simple as that. It's fam. It's fam. It's family. Like, yo, go to war. I ain't gotta trust nobody else. I ain't gotta look around and see who's standing on my side and got my back. I already know that. And they know the same thing. Blood can make us stronger, bro.
Mel, I'll start with you with this question that kind of piggybacks off that last topic. How does this relationship that you guys have with one another, this bond that you guys have, how does that translate in your opinion on screen?
because it's to take a phrase from my brother, it's natural. That's what I mean. That's what it is. Like, we're not sitting here trying to be, you know, a group. We talk every day. We chop it up all the time. So this is real. So what you're getting on camera is really how we are when we're in person, when we're on camera just shooting the shit.
Nat, share any thoughts on that one?
Bruh,
What is it like knowing when you see one of these two cut a promo and you know you're next up to bat? How does that change things for you when you turn the camera on?
it don't change nothing. Um, let's peek behind the curtain for me and Tori specifically, since we're the tag team champions. There's times where we don't watch each other's shit, but yet we're so in sync, as if we either A, had a conversation about what we're gonna say and do, or B, if I drive first or my brother drive first, we watched one each other's shit and just piggybacked. There's times where as I'm recording, he's dropping, I drop mine, I go to watch his, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, like fuck. It's just this weird, in a good way, this weird bond to where it's like we're just always in tune. It's crazy. And like Mel said, it's like when you get James, Nappy Boy is just James turned up to 100. This is how I sound. This is how I dress, act. I almost went and got the hat, but I'm like, nah.
T
But
Money, do
it's
you
just,
feel
yeah.
T Money? Do you feel the need to elevate at times when you see these guys dropping bombs on the page? Um, it's easy to come out here and do the cliche. There's no pressure to live up to what these guys are putting out. The level of creativity, the level of you know just dominance on the page and in their work, the creative level. Does that push you at times to do more?
As much as I want to say no, it doesn't. I can't front. It's not pushing like seeing them, so I got to step my game up. Is I'm supposed to not be holding them back or holding them down. Like I got to represent. So when they drop, they spitting fire. I got to spit fire too. That way, ain't nobody finna look at us and start picking one person out. And if you notice, people don't really do that because you can get it however you want. I know what they expect from Mel. I know what they expect from Nap. So we ain't really got to discuss a lot of stuff, but at the same time, we're not trying to disrespect the V. Oh, that sounds dirty.
I knew it was coming. Mel, I have a question for you. Not piggybacking off the V, but staying on task here. I'm trying to at least. God damn it, T Money. Um, the chemistry that you guys have, it's a unique type of chemistry. Does that happen right away, or does it take time to build that behind the scenes? And then also, because you see a lot of factions. Um, I want to talk about this. A lot of factions come and go in this game. A lot of people just get together to get together because for whatever reason they believe it makes sense. This wasn't one of those particular cases, was it?
No, not at all. Because, like, for instance, if we're gonna pull the curtain back, we're gonna pull the curtain back. Me and Tori, see, fuck that. Me and Tori, all right, I called him as soon as I saw his first promo, and me and him, like, we clicked right away. We just started talking. It was like every day we just constantly started talking. And the same with Nat. Me and him, we got more in common than a lot of y'all don't even realize. Like we
Oh,
really think we're separated at birth. Like, sure. But the only thing we don't got in common right now is they champs and I'm not. But no, I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm just fucking with y'all. But no,
Get out of here.
it's like you said, Scott. I got to give you credit on something that you just said. You said a lot of people just form to just form. We had a purpose to form. Shout out, and I know people ain't gonna like it, but I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Beast. Shout out to Ian. Shout out to Val. And shout out WCC, because if it wasn't for someone hating on us, we wouldn't have all got together the way we did. Shh. Okay, I'm done.
Nappy, talk about
Yeah.
chemistry. I want to tap into something very interesting. You're kind of like the not the rookie, but the more inexperienced out of the trio here. So, what has it done for you in your promo career? What has it done for your ability to work with guys that are so chiseled, that have the experience that these two guys have, and to guide you in that direction? What has that done for you?
Everything. It's made me when I first, and I think this is where y'all are gonna see a little bit of what Mel was talking about, how me and him got a lot in common. if he doesn't mind me, but I believe he did tell me the same similar story where when I first went into WCC, I was looking at motherfuckers like, ooh, don't put me up against him. Not that I was scared, just I'm new and they've been doing this for a
I understand.
minute, like what I'm saying. But the more I started chopping it up with Mel, Torrey, and Beast, it was like I was Randy Orton and they were my Triple H and Ric Flair. It was like they were teaching me the game, and all I needed to be was that sponge. So I, Paul soaked everything up that I could, and I not only said I was gonna do what I was gonna do, but I fucking did it on camera, and because of them, shit, I could go toe to toe with anybody's best of the best, whatever, and just hey, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. So fucking be it. But
No, no,
So
no. I don't mean to cut you off. Don't say anybody. Say everybody.
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 There you
so
go.
so
Don't
we all
matter who
agree.
it is.
So Nappy, we can all agree that leadership is a huge component in this game for those that go on to have success. That brings me to T Money, the postman. T,
Absolutely.
you have naturally, no pun intended, Nap, you have taken on a role of leadership. Nobody asked you to. Nobody said, T Money, we need you to do this. It's kind of come naturally for you. In a game like this with so many different unique personalities, people from different walks of life, people from different nations and countries and ways of upbringing, different political views, whatever the case may be, excuse me, how are you able to be that uniting force in the locker room? Because people may not understand that are looking from the outside in, but in the EFED, the locker room is such an important aspect where a lot of things happen, good and bad, but you need guys like the postman in there. So, what my question to sum it all up is, what led you to this and taking on that role?
I mean, honestly, not to keep saying natural so much, but I'm gonna put it this way: just being
Start
a
charging y'all.
genuine, just being a genuine person, be a genuine dude. And what comes along that is my number one, respect. But what follows that is trust. And then what also follows that is where I have to put in more work, accountability and reliability. So
Hmm,
when someone shows
how
you
we get
that,
there?
when someone shows you that, you draw to that person. Like that's how we are here. That's what Venom is. Like we didn't grow up together, but you would think so because I can trust, respect, and rely and hold these men accountable. And lady, I'm sorry, man. But yeah, and hold them accountable. So when you do that and you're open, and that's the other thing, being open. There are a lot of people that, well, quite frankly, you wouldn't think that you can just run to nap or meal. I'm sorry. You wouldn't think that. But behind the scenes, man, most genuine people I know and will like honestly, humbly give you the shirt off their back. But I think the difference is, I think the difference is like I don't mind being put out there or put myself out there. But that's pulling the curtain back right there.
Speaking of pulling the curtain back, I like when you bounce past things to me and I lay them in, T. So I'm gonna try to do it here. Mel
Oh,
Walker,
you better slam
you're
dunk this
coming
bitch.
off. Mel, you're coming off a very historic run with the championship that you held. Very proud, the Powerhouse Championship. Really, over a year, came out and stood on that Powerhouse Championship. Never knew, but as we're pulling the curtain back, you never knew when I, as the booker, was deciding to make a change with that. You never knew how long, or we never discussed would it be 6 months, 8 months, a year. You never knew, and you just kept going. Um, what is most significant, excuse me, about that run for you personally? Not as far as the Venom thing goes, as like selfishly, what meant the most to you about that run?
Ooh,
To be honest with you, the fact that when you thought Powerhouse Championship, you thought me. And it made it seem like it was more special because not to take nothing away from the past people, shout out to Joker. Um it it made me want to work harder. Not saying that I wasn't working harder before I had, after I got it. I was working hard before I even touched it. Pause. And
Respect the B, bro.
it it made me realize, okay, if I gotta put a staple on this, I want the next person to run with it just like I did. It's not about just because I held it, but it's like, okay, he held it and he did something with it. I gotta do something with it times 10. Because I don't want it to just be solidified as
Yes.
Mel was the powerhouse division. You gotta move forward with it.
Okay,
So
so hold on a second, fellas. I know you guys are waiting on your next one. I just want to capitalize on this one, Mel. Now that you dropped that title to the person you dropped it to, Chris Lassiter, tell me just quickly a little bit about the feelings behind that.
this is pulling the curtain back. So y'all gonna have to excuse me
Where we
on
going?
this.
This is Uncut.
When people like me, Tori, and Nat win a title, the first thing we think about, when are we losing it? Not even how long the run is gonna be. It's when are we losing it and who's gonna be deserving enough to carry it after we lose. When when I heard that when I heard that 1, 2, 3 and Chris and they said and new, I kept going back. Every time you said and new, kept going back. And then I let it play when you said Chris Lassner. And it was just like,
Mm.
That's what's up.
Yeah, bro. No, he's not lying, man.
No, he's
I'm
not.
sorry to jump
He's
in on
not.
this question, but he ain't lying. Every
No.
title we've ever had, it's for as long as we've known each other. First question: who's gonna take this off of us? Who's gonna
Yep.
take it off? And we say that with the motivation of I got to do something with it so that the next person gets to shine. So contrary to popular belief, we ain't out here hunting titles. But should we hold a title? We ain't just gonna sit back and rest on our hunches with it. We want to be like, who's next? And how can I help them?
yeah. But to answer the question, because I really didn't answer it, to answer the question, I was happy for little bro. Like I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't give a fuck what y'all think of me after this. I don't care. I was happy for little bro because I know how he felt. I know exactly how he felt. He didn't know his path yet. He tried everything and it
Yeah,
just wasn't
and
working.
to put yourselves in his
Right.
shoes to beat somebody that's had the title for so long, that has to mean a lot more than just beating somebody that had the title,
Fucking guy.
on a short run.
He ain't
Nappy,
lying though.
Apologies.
He ain't
we
lying.
talked
Yes,
about
sir.
camaraderie, we talked
Right.
about chemistry, and T kind of touched on it a little bit. Now, I
Mm.
can speak personally on this one. I believe I had close friends, much like I'm kind of jealous of what you guys have, to be honest. And
Why?
For
I
what? You part of this,
no,
bro, but
Why?
stop
You
it.
right
this,
Go
here.
hold
ahead.
on, but let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
I had my own quote unquote crew that I trusted in and that I relied upon heavily for e-fed situations and more importantly real life situations. So my question to you, Nappy, is at what point did you know? Was there a specific moment that you knew I can trust these two with my, sharing my family with these people, bringing these people into my personal life, sharing things that may be going on that are not, always,
Damn.
squeaky clean in life, and actually,
Yeah.
building a bond with these guys as brothers. We said it's uncut, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
we
we
the
about to
Judo
get
one, bro.
yeah, we about to get real. Um, it was at the point where I was having issues, marital issues at home. And as a guy, we could all probably relate to this. We were told not to talk about our problems, don't be a bitch, be a man, stand up, do what you gotta do, blah blah blah. And I've been kicking it with these dudes for so fucking long that they knew there was something wrong. And I'm gonna say it like a man right now. I cried in front of them talking about my issues, and they did not once judge me. They didn't laugh. They didn't joke. They let me cry. They let me vent, and then they talked me off of a ledge. And when I hung up that phone call, that's when I realized that this E-Fed shit that we do for fun allow me, because before I met them, my circle was small, bro. I couldn't trust nobody. I've been backstabbed plenty of times, shit it on, spit it on, whatever. I knew that with them it was real. And yeah, bro, it was at that point when I felt like I had nobody to talk to, and they just knew. I didn't even have to tell them. They just, all right, bro, calm down. What's wrong? Talk to us. We here. And I
And
did
that's
just that.
that's the beautiful thing about this game that people seem to miss out on. It has so
Yeah.
much more rabbit holes. When we talk about EFED, it's not just a bunch of people playing characters and fake wrestlers and
Right.
cosplay or whatever we call it. It's actually building relationships, and they can get real. And I thank you for sharing that. I hope people are
Absolutely.
watching and they can relate that. Hey, if you're ever in need, or ever you feel like their back's against the wall, there's somebody probably right next to you in this locker room or somewhere in this game that could help you in similar situations. Now, Postman, we talk about all that you've given the game. You've given the game time, you've given the game hours, you've given the game relationships, as these brothers talk about how much they rely on you in real life. What has this game, since you started, giving you? Woo, your boy's on fire today.
That's a good
Boy's on
Man, you
fire.
could have
question.
gave me one of them questions you asked them, but damn.
Wow. I'm
No,
glad
you
I
want
ain't
to know
get
the
that
truth?
question.
No,
Word.
you want to know the truth, bro? Like before I met you, shortly before I met y'all, shortly before all of that.
Me
Honestly,
too,
this game
brother.
saved my life. I'm not gonna lie. You talk about me being reliable and a stand up and a leader and all of it. Forget all that. There was a time where I was low, bro. I was low in life. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I had them bad thoughts. Gotta be real. Like we pulling the curtain back, I'm pulling mine all the way back, bro. Nap, thank you for sharing. Mill, thank you for sharing. I was ready to be done. Not necessarily do it to myself, but I used to tell myself if I don't wake up tomorrow, fine. And then I got into this game just out of nowhere. Somebody saw me, pull me in. I did something on a whim, and they was like, "That's dope." The UE feed. I'm like, "What is that?" And I started, and I couldn't stop because it activated something inside of me that I had left alone a long time ago, and it got me back into it. And so it really saved my life, man. I started caring about me more. I was at that point where I looked in my mirror and I didn't like the person that I saw back looking at me. I didn't recognize the person I saw looking back at me. And this game gave me that. So that's the reason why I don't mind giving back to it. And in whatever way, I mean, it sounds stupid, it sounds cliche, it sounds cheap. But what you're seeing right now with these guys talking the way they're talking, it lets me know, man, it's not for nothing, you know. It's something going on there because hey, I'm not no Diddy. I love y'all, man. And so
I want to
it
I
gave me
want
the
to I
confidence
want
to be
to
able to
I
do it.
want to interject right now.
Go
I
ahead.
think it's a good time to say that before I ask Mel's next question, I want to congratulate, and I think Nap will do this with me as well. I want to congratulate both Mel Walker and T Money. You guys will both be members of this coming class of Hall of Fame, class of 2024
Yep.
PWR.
Yep.
I'm only assuming, and I could be wrong, I could be making an ass out of you and me, but I'm assuming that it would only be right that you guys induct one another. If there's any objections, I'm sure you guys
They
will let
still
me know behind
debating
the
on
scenes.
that.
But I do believe it's a no-brainer.
I mean,
Should be.
there's if anybody knows us, they know I'm inducting my brother. He's
That's the
inducting me. Like,
only way. It's the
All
only
right,
way. You
Mel.
know,
yeah.
only way.
Mel, you call your character, I should say. you come with a certain level of swag, a certain level of anger, a certain level of dominance. Um, what's a day in the life of a real Mel Walker like? Because people seem to really feel that this guy's an asshole. He's a son of a bitch. You walk the city streets of New York every day, pissing people off.
That's
Nah,
a perfect question for
Give us a little quick day in the life. You know, I don't need to know details and positions and different whatever, but I just
nah, you don't need to know that.
I,
You
I
stupid.
just breeze through it. Give us
We'll
a
be here all
Nah,
day. No, let me stop.
at the end of the day, man, I'm a father. I'm a father.
You got it.
I protect my peace. I'm actually a very peaceful person until you fuck with me and my own. I don't actually, if we really being honest, I don't really talk to people like that. Like I talk to them. I talk to you. Like I don't be out like that. I just be, to myself, play my games and shit, watch wrestling. Like I'm normal, bro. I am normal. The person you see on camera, that is not me. I mean, that's me when I'm mad. Yes, absolutely. That's me when I'm pissed off. Other
Yeah.
than that, I'm quiet, bro. I'm humble. I'm a regular dude.
I want to ask a question to all three of you guys. So I want to answer from all three members of Venom on this one. For the newest member of Venom first, the true villain. In your mind, humbly, where is Venom on the list of the greatest factions that have ever participated in the Ife game?
You asked the wrong person that because I am probably the second most humblest, and I personally would just be grateful if we were in the top 5. Um, I don't want to be too cocky. I'm gonna leave that up to my other two brothers because I was the last member in, and if you ask me, I never thought I would be part of Venom because of what it stands for. Um, but to be in the top 5 would be very humbling for me, in my personal opinion.
T Money, the postman. Where is Venom when it's all said and done? Where are they etched in the books?
Number two. I'm sorry. I'm humble, but I mean, forget that. This is our interview. Number two. And don't ask me who number one is because I can't think of nobody. I'm just being humble.
Mm,
Nah,
just
like
like the postman.
I don't like doing the number one thing. So number two.
Mel, what's your take on when you're done in this game and you walk away? Where do you see Venom in the discussion?
They humble. I'm not. Number one,
I
any
knew it.
version,
I
any
knew it.
version of
I
Venom
knew it.
could go against anybody you put in front of him. Kiss my ass, fight me on it. This is when
Kiss
I get
my
mad. Fight me
ass.
on it. I'll show you where I live
Yes.
at.
And the New York fans come out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, T Money. I have a
Sweet
follow-up
jungle,
question.
wet dream tomato.
Ooh.
T Money, I have a follow-up question for you on that.
Free tomato.
Who in PWR, besides your boy Scotty Mac, of course, would be a great addition to Venom?
Got it back.
Ooh. Ooh, I got somebody.
I know you say it's besides Scotty Mac, but I'm still going Scotty Mac.
Okay.
I make my own rules. Nah, but on the real, I don't know, man. It's a couple. It's a couple. And matter of fact, I really hate it for a few people that I really like that kind of disappeared a little bit. But man, you got to come back to me on that. I think it's only appropriate that by the time it's said or done, maybe Reggie Walker. Um,
Names being tossed around now.
This is a crazy one. This is a crazy one. Honestly, it'll be a different one, but I still think it represents Venom, Kwanzaa.
Kwasu. Nat,
I'm just giving you the
same
just off the
question,
bat.
Nat.
It would have been dope if he stuck around longer to have like a backstabbing of the syndicate and Ethan Carnage jumping ship to Venom. I feel
Ooh.
like Ethan had that 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 demeanor, yeah, that
Venom.
rawness, that venom. But for some of the other people, I always me and Tori always talked about Quan Su being a possibility. That's the main two that come to my mind.
Mel, what's your take on? Even though Mel wouldn't let anybody in, Mel Walker, but
That's not true.
out of character,
That's not
in
true.
character,
No one.
no,
All right.
out of character. Let's hear it.
So
Jesus.
everybody they said, absolutely, 100,000%. 3 people with a 4th edition would be crazy in Venom. Hurt,
Oof.
Mega,
Oof.
and JTO.
I was gonna say Ichabod. I was gonna say the
Wait.
Ichabod.
I'm not done though.
There's more.
I'm not done. Scotty Mack is the mouthpiece.
Mm. Take my money. Shit.
That would
You
be
put
crazy.
the original Venom with them against any effect. I'm talking shit. Any effect will burn
Taking
that
over
bitch
that
down.
motherfucker. There'll be no more.
Postman, I have another one for you.
Damn.
It's another banger. It's another banger. Listen, Postman, what do you want to be remembered for in this game?
Oh no. That ain't even no banger, bro. I already told you earlier. Number 1, respect. How do you feel when I walk in that locker room? How do you feel when my name is mentioned? How do you feel when I accomplish? How do you feel when I fail? How do you feel when somebody gets boosted up? Respect. I don't care if I never won a single title, but how do you feel when my name is mentioned? And hopefully the word is respect. I respect that, dude. That's easy, bro.
Now, this is a little different for you, Nappy. I want to twist it a little bit, the question, because you know I'm an excellent host. What
You a hoe?
what would you what a host? What would you like?
Oh.
What would you like to accomplish in the future, in the near future? Since it seems like the arrow's pointing upwards for your career, what are some things that maybe some of these two guys rubbed off on you outside of winning? What are some things you want to do?
Pause that, Scott.
Good.
I'll pause that for you.
Huh?
He said, what would you want us to rub off?
You stupid.
Maybe we
Nah,
rubbed
man.
off on you. Hold on. I ain't rubbing nobody off.
And this might be me. I don't think this is cocky, what I'm gonna say. I would like to accomplish being that guy. No matter what the booker yourself needs in a character, like whether it's the natural Nabby Boy, the villain of Venom, whatever you need in that period of time, I want you to be like, you know what? I got the guy for that. Whether it's a jobber, whether it's a manager, mouthpiece, whether it's champion, don't matter. I want to be in the talks. Like when you got your list, fuck it, I'm about to bring it back to the Eminem days. When you got your list of MCs, when you got your list of E-Fetters, I want to be somewhere in there.
Mel,
that's
so I'll switch it back to the
accomplish.
I'll switch it back to the same question I asked T. At the end of the day, all jokes aside, all bullshit aside, when people say Mel Walker's name, what do you want them to associate it with?
Respect. He cared about his craft. He cared about the locker room. As much of an asshole he was on camera, he really wasn't that. He was a big brother. He was a motivator. I'm supposed to be number 1 on everybody's list. Let's see what happens when I no longer exist.
Here you go with the T Money shit. Okay, all right. Here we go. Postman, let's keep it rolling. If you could change one thing in your E-Fed career, what would it be?
Ooh.
It's got to be something. You've had to have a trip up somewhere. No trip ups? Hey, don't let me give you the political background check and find some shit. I know
Hey,
it's
man,
something.
no,
You did
because
somebody off. You did something. You crossed the
I was
street.
gonna I
Besides
was
that,
gonna
no
say I would have started earlier, but no, I started at the perfect time. Looking back now, I would say that some of the characters that I did, but no, I told you this game saved my life. So Sage, I had to let him go because I got into a better spot. I didn't want to abuse something that was personal to me. I would say trying harder to actually be a champion, but what does that mean? I mean, again, the respect is all that really matters. So I got nothing, man. I really don't. I wouldn't change a damn thing.
Nap, I'm sure we can find some skeletons in your closet. The true villain.
Do y'all mind? Because they know the answer I'm gonna
They might
give. But
mind.
do y'all mind if I speak his name one time today?
I know where it's going.
So I almost want to say the same thing for. I almost want to give you the same answer as Tori because everything I did led me to right now. As cliche as that may sound, but it would be if I could. The only thing I would regret is not joining sooner. When I had the opportunity to join WCC when Ziggy was still active.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was,
I'm sure you have quite a few skeletons in your closets.
I'm gonna talk about it. I don't give a shit.
Something you regret that you wish you could change.
Grab your popcorn.
Not joining PWR when you asked me the first time.
Mm.
Damn.
People was talking in our ear, and we was just trying to be neutral to where people didn't want us to be neutral. See, y'all not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Jealousy is a motherfucker. If you're not in the spotlight all the time and you got people around you that you know are better than you and you try to hold your thumb on them and they lift your thumb up and break the bitch, they don't like that. When you and Mega came to me, shout out to Mega. When you and Mega came to me, I was like, yo, we want you to join us, with the startup and stuff like that. I know I remember clearly exactly what I told you. I said, bro, I would be there, but let everything die down first. And as soon as it died down, I'm there. That's one. The second thing I regret, thank you. Thank you, Dad.
I knew that was gonna break your heart.
The second thing I regret, and this is just selfishly, the second thing I regret is not having that match with you the way that we were supposed to. And I'm talking to you, Scott.
Righteous
Me and
brother.
you, folks, if y'all could have seen what we started,
I was there.
bro, that's my main too. That's my main too.
I'll give you one. I want to open up too. I wasn't more understanding of your situation at one point in time when you had a loss very dear and near to your family. And I was young in this game and I was so competitive. I was so stuck on having the best stuff on the block, so to speak.
And I need to
Um,
piggyback off of what you're saying too. But go ahead.
and I wasn't compassionate enough to people's real lives and the things that people are really going through in their struggle besides this game. And a lot of times it's an escape for us. So
Yeah.
that would be my that would be my regret. But I learned so much from actually losing you for months at a time as a friend. And when we came back together, it really gave me a second chance at getting to know you all over again and building a great relationship that I think goes beyond Facebook. It goes beyond a platform. And I think that's the thing that people miss about this game is that
That's real.
there's so many different there's so many different things you can learn and apply it to your real life from this game. And you're not going to get
Absolutely.
along with everybody everywhere, but if we could coexist in an atmosphere like this, we can do it anywhere. Go ahead, man. Finish off
All
your
right,
thought.
real quick to pick, I ain't gonna take too much time off of that, but I was I was in the wrong too because I let my hurt and my anger make me say things about you
Mm,
that I didn't mean, but I was upset. If it wasn't for this brother T Money, you can ask him and
Yeah.
he'll tell me if I'm lying. I would hit him up. Yo, fuck Scott, this and that. He was like, bro, you just mad right now. You just hurt right now because you just lost your mother. Nah, it ain't about that. It was about that. Because I lost my brother. You feel me?
mm,
And when we did talk and we was like, yo, I ain't mean like it was like, nah, let's not even do that. You my fucking brother. We were both mad. We were both upset. I just needed you there. That's what hurt me the most is that
Mhm.
I didn't get fuck the E-Fed shit for a minute. I didn't have my brother just be like, yo, man, you good? You need some time? Relax. Take a breather. When you ready to come back, you come back. But I understood where you was coming from too. And I'm gonna tell you why real quick. I'm sorry. Um,
no, this is good. This is good
you
shit.
was put you put money into this, bro. You put your hard-earned money that you do on your 9 to 5 into something of a fantasy world for us.
Mhm.
And I just up and left. If I was your true brother as well, yo, Scott, I just need to holler at you real quick. Yo, Mel, what's good? Yo, man, my mom's is gone and I'm not feeling it right now. Just give me some time. I promise you, I promise you on her grave, I will be back. But I just need time. I couldn't, I ain't want to give you 40%. You know how I am, bro. I give 110 more than that. If I can't be 110 with you, I gotta step away. Because I'm not gonna do that to you. And for that, and we already spoke on it. I apologize to you for that. You know I got love for you, you little bro too. You know that. But
Ladies and gentlemen,
let me
real
not take
men
that.
do real things. That's the message here live as
Yeah,
we go uncut with Venom. I want to
that was beautiful.
transition a little bit with my man, the postman. Let's change gears a little bit. Woo! We got heavy right there. Let me
Yeah.
spark
Yeah.
it up before
Give
I
me
ask the next
give me
question.
one
T,
sec. Go ahead, keep going.
take your time. Postman, this is gonna be an interesting one.
Oh
Uh-oh.
shit. I did not
Someone,
have sexual relations with that woman.
no,
Huh?
not that.
Oh,
Someone in EFED, PWR, wherever, that people wouldn't expect you to want to hang with, but you would want to hang with outside of this platform world. Mm.
really?
If you
Oh
could hang with
shit.
anybody, all expenses paid, you could fly anywhere in the world,
Oh
any
shit.
country, any place to hang out with one person.
This
Who
finna
would that
sound
person be?
crazy. It's finna sound crazy. You know what? Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey.
I want to put like, and this is the reason why to get all the other stuff out your head. This is the reason
It's
why.
gone already. It went in, it went out. I'm
I,
listening.
I want to pick his brain, bro. Like when you realize that motherfucker, the way he actually composes his promos, like there's a theme throughout that week, and you gotta catch it. So I love watching his stuff and trying to pick up on and like, yo, I'm not gonna sit there like every week, every time he does a series that I get it. Sometimes I ask him like, yo, what was it this time? And he has something going on. And I remember when I used to do the same thing, like the way I would go about a promo series. I used to come up
Damn.
with a theme and a through line. He
Hey.
does it musically. So
Yeah.
like, yo, when we chilling, we hanging out. I'm picking his brain or whatever. When it's time for us to part ways and do whatever we gonna do, cause you know whatever. Um,
You a damn
So
fool.
I'm saying, like, yo, that time spent, I think will be worth it to, kind of get inside the mind of what that dude is thinking and why does he do what he do and how does he go about it. And kind of, I think we could really bounce off. I
He
think we
seemed
could
like
really
I would want to hang out with him to
explain.
party, but that's me. If you want to study his promo style, I just want to party with Fucker. Fucker, he seemed like he the life of the party. All right, now somebody fans would not expect you at all to ever want to kick it with outside of EFED. Who would that be? Lost us? All right, hold on. I'll bring you back on. Take your time.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back. Are you back?
Yes,
All right,
I'm back.
all right.
I'm back.
You back. All right, now you moved on us, but nonetheless, who would you kick it with? Who would be somebody that nobody would see this coming? The villain.
Man. I like to drink. I like to drink a lot. And something tells me that this man something tells me this man does the same thing. I want to kick it with Crimson Wolf.
Oh shit! Take that flight to Netherlands, huh?
Yeah. Crimson Wolf. Yep.
I could see he definitely could cook throw down now, so we know that. After
you
y'all
know
get
what?
fucked
That
up,
too. I forgot about
cook.
that. I forgot about that.
That's a
So
good
I'm eating
reason
good
for
and
it.
drinking good.
All right, last but not least, the big ticket. Who would the big ticket Mel Walker? You already kicked it with me, so you can't take me. All right, we already met. All right, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, he's 6 feet plus. All right, he's not a small man at all. He's a 6-foot man from Brooklyn, New York. He's the real deal. But who would you kick it with that you haven't already have? Maybe somebody you want to. If you haven't met.
It's actually two people.
Okay. You would take two, even though it's a one question answer.
I mean, I get it, but it's two people.
Hey!
Joker J. I think
Mm,
me and Joker J
fucking.
would tear shit up. And as much as people think I hate this dude, me and Bomber on New York streets would be fucking hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a whole
The
TV
Pro
show.
Bowl's
Right
there.
there.
Y'all gonna get arrested.
That's a whole TV show right there.
First of all, Bomber won't shut the fuck up. He gonna start some shit. I'm gonna get mad.
You're gonna
I'm gonna
gas.
start shit with him. It's gonna be a whole big thing. I think Bomber outside of this shit is probably cool as fuck. On this shit, I want to punch him in the eye. Bad.
If I could take one person, it would be Multiverse. I'm waiting to meet Jamil.
Oh, that's.
Oh.
But see, you
I
can't
just
do
want to
that because
smoke.
that's
I
gonna
just want to smoke.
happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I just
That's
want to
gonna
smoke.
happen. I
That's
feel
happening.
that's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. But I mean, I just feel like smoking and just let him go loose and just go from character to character. I would probably be crying. But I've heard people that have met him in person. He is off the chain. That's what yeah, that's what Pete say right now. Well, fellas, I don't want to keep you guys too long. This has
All right,
been
come on, give us one more. Come on,
one
man.
more for the road.
Yeah. Y'all
One
down
more
for
for the
one more?
road.
Yeah,
One more?
One more for the road.
One more.
Wifey
All right,
already
Nat,
hitting me
dream
up saying
match.
you gonna be late.
Right, dream match. Nat, dream match.
Dream match. Wow.
I don't want to do one more no more.
So there's one match that we're in the business of never say never, but me and him talked about it. It can never happen nowhere. I got to shut up. The dream match that I feel like I will never have because it won't be told right nowhere else, but unfortunately WCC is me and my brother Mel on how parallel our careers were from entering and to where we're at now. There's so much history underneath that rug that I know damn well we can bring home all the fucking trophies. Story of the year, feud of the year, heel, baby face of the year for whoever. But
You.
I think it's never gonna happen.
You hear me? I said you when you said babyface, whoever it is. You didn't catch it. Postman, dream match. A man that's
Dream match.
faced a lot of people, a lot of hundreds and hundreds.
True. That makes it hard. But I got to go to the low route. I got to go the cheap route on this. Ziggy.
Mm.
Me and Ziggy
Never faced
one-on-one.
Ziggy?
Not one-on-one,
What
bro.
happened?
We had a tag, but me and Ziggy
Oh, okay.
one-on-one. Give us a week to do what we
Damn,
do.
that would have been
But
crazy.
more importantly, me now, not Sage, T Money now.
Fully right.
And I think that would have been a barn burner, bro.
Damn.
Mel, dream match, one opponent. Either you have faced this person or you haven't faced them. Something that you would like to do again, or never have done it.
I mean, if we're gonna be transparent, I pretty much faced everybody I wanted to face.
Okay.
But if I can face them again, it would be 2. I'm sorry, I always take 2. I don't get.
God damn it, fucking rule breaker.
I always take 2.
You make the rules, I break them.
Me and Val.
Mm.
And me and Scott.
Oof.
Now,
Yeah,
everything would be now, though.
Man. I
It would
want to
have
see that.
like
Oh,
Tori
so you want
said.
to catch me when I'm old and wrinkled and I ain't?
Nah, motherfucker. You see
I
these
barely
grades?
know-
Oh,
What are you
motherfucker,
talking
you still
about?
got it.
What are you
Scott
talking about? When
talking
I
shit,
started,
you
I
still
had
got
none
it.
of this.
I hope Val's listening. Val, if you're out there listening, let's make it happen. All right.
We need you back.
I want to wrap it up real quick with you guys on a couple questions. What's the lifespan of this game we play that we love so much that brought us together?
You already
T Money?
beat that at PWR. PWR done already beat that. I mean, the great Big Hurt would say 4 or 5 years.
How long can we go? But how much longer from here can we go? We're going to the Rise to Power 5. Where do you see the future?
I don't see
Rise
it
of Power
stopping, man. As long as we keep getting energy like this, we got some fresh new faces. They got energy. As long as we keep getting energy like that, that dedication, those people like, I ain't going nowhere. It can keep riding, man. Honestly, how long do you think it can go? Like, it's up to you to get tired.
Well, if I get tired,
you
there's
the
a-
motherfucker.
Yeah, but we saw in the Olympics that Tom Cruise got the torch and he's bringing it to LA. So, even when I'm done, that don't mean it's done. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's
Sky's
definitely
the
a
limit,
fact.
bro.
Mel, what are your thoughts on that? In all honesty, where can this thing go?
This thing could keep going for a very long time, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's one main word: ego.
Oh my
No
God, you took my
egos in
fucking
here.
answer.
There's
Nope.
no egos in here. Everybody knows they role and they play it. And it's like, okay, we're not gonna build just this person up. We're gonna lift everybody up while we're doing it. So this can go for another 5 years, if you ask me.
Whew. Nappy,
Bruh,
let's change the question for you. Where are you willing to take this game now that you're the younger member of, as far as experience goes in Venom? Where are you willing to not only take Venom possibly in the future, but also, this platform as a whole?
as long as you're healthy and you're paying attention, as high as you need me to take it, bro. One thing I always loved from day one of entering PWR, going against Showtime, was you pay attention to everybody's promos, whether they're shits or whether they're fucking 10 stars across the board.
That is so
And you
BG.
listen and you draw out their strong points and their weaknesses, and you make a fucking match. And as long as we do our part as a performer to listen to the whole result show, this is free tea to anyone listening to this. Listen to the whole result show entirely. Don't skip to, because I used to do this. Don't skip to your match and then see what you're gonna say. No, listen to the whole fucking shit, because this man spends hours, if not days, on this result show for us, for you to just skip and fast forward. Long as you pay attention to Scott and Scott will pay attention to you, that's all the fuck you need. I never had to ask Scott once, what do you need from me? Where do you see me going? What do I have to do? What can I do? What can't I do? It's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask to do it. So just do it. Because if he doesn't like it, he'll tell you that shit was lame. Like what are you trying to do? Or he'll teach you the hard way, and then you'll watch the result show and find out the hard way. As long as you're healthy and your hand, whatever left or right, whatever you write with, is strong and good, pause.
The pen piper.
Bro, this shit can go 15, 20 years from now, bro.
Tori, pen piper is back.
Man, if you don't go and grab that Sharpie.
I get passionate, dude. When you give me a question, I get long-winded, as my brother Mel would say. I'm sorry, but yeah, no, that's my answer. I'm willing to take this shit as far as I need to fucking take it.
Yo, you just answered the question, bro.
Sorry.
Why are you still
I did it twice. I'm sorry.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, those who don't know, this is how these guys are, just 24/7.
Passionate.
If you're out there listening, and you want to get to know these cats, they really are cool cats. They, it's all love. This is all creative energy. This is what we do. This is a family. So this ain't fake. Nothing you see here is fake. It's all real. I appreciate everybody for taking the time to join us for this past hour. Of course, I appreciate the postman. I appreciate you, Nap. I appreciate you, Mel. I love y'all. Let's continue to make magic. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this was Venom Uncut. Woo, banger.
Woo,
we out.
Yeah.